Higher level, you read all the four, you ask yourself, what is this about? You get the answer, that is the first one. Taking the first one, you try to place all other sentences and try to get the correct order. That is higher level. Lower level, beginners. Not in terms of superior, inferior, different approaches. Don't take it that way. And another approach is what? You look for pairs and you're damn sure about one or two pairs. You see which option has in the same order that pair. That has to become the answer. Now, shall I try the first one? Will strain government revenues but are winning praise. You have to feel you cannot start with this at the outset. But taking the first one, what are the last two words here? I think today you all have the handouts. So please underline winning praise. And when you see the words winning praise, you have to think of the source. Usually what is the preposition we use? Win praise from someone. What is the preposition? From. Now which option has from? You have to feel these two form a pair. But let us check other options. Praise Indian Prime Minister, but a winning praise Indian Prime Minister, can you say? Winning praise his image, can you say? And winning praise from where? Businesses and political pundits who say they will bolster. Bolster means what? Improve, boost. Write the word boost. Improve, enhance, boost, develop. Bolster. When someone praises you, your image will improve or it does not improve. So bolster what? Can you say Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's deepest tax cuts? No. Can you say bolster his image? Seems right. That means you are sure about PSR in that order. If not R, PS you are sure. How many options begin with PS? I mean, in that order, need not be the first one. PS, how many? First you check PS. Two options. That means you don't have to consider these. You have to decide between the first one and the fifth one. PS, what is the first one? First option, Q. Already we have thought may not be the first one. So fifth option, what is the first one? R. Here we may have a problem. Now let us check each one. I'll read the first one. Can you start with Q? What is Q here? Indian Prime Minister. I thought P. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's deepest tax cuts in 8 years. 8 years what happened? Will strain government revenues but are winning praise from businesses and political pundits who say they will bolster his image. I think answer is which one? Today I am going to deal differently. Not the regular pattern, going down and telling how to deal with, because I see a lot of new students, they should also understand the different ways of dealing with. I'll go to question number 2. The items under the 12% category to the lower 5% slab. Can you say slab benefiting? Look for the continuity. Slab under the new system seems okay. Hold that one. Slab which includes cars and electronics. Perhaps, but here slab goes with a system or not? You are not sure. If you don't respond, you are not sure. But let me ask you a question. How many of you have worked on these questions? Raise your hands. That is very important. And this one you don't respond, that means you are not confident. We'll check for some other pair. Let us see packaged consumer items and packaged foods. Can you say the items? You have to respond. Packaged foods under the new system, perhaps. Packaged foods which includes, here we are talking about one or more than one. Can you say which includes? No. That means you have to go try this 5% slab under the new system. How many options with P are in that order? How many? Only one option. Check that one. I'll read. The items under the 12% category to the lower 5% slab under the new system. India will abolish the 28% slab, benefiting many more consumer items and packaged foods. What is the last one? which includes cars and electronics and move nearly all of. No, it doesn't go with that. Now, what is the other one we thought? Let us try under the new system. There is a possibility. What I'm trying to do today here, I want to show you people, if you take a lower level or shortcut, I have spent some time or I haven't spent some time. You have to spend time, and I got stuck, then I have to do again. You have to spend a lot of time and you have to check different options. That is one way of dealing with the questions. What is the other way? All these days, what have we been doing? Look at all the four and decide the first one. Can you start with the items under? There's a possibility. Can you start with benefiting many more? No. Can you start with the phrase under the new? There's a possibility. Now, can you start with which includes? You cannot. Now, there are two possibilities. First one. First, you try to get the first sentence. The items under, that means how many options with P? Already we have tried that one. How many options with R? What are the two options? Now check these two. You can save your time. We'll check second one. Under the new system, India will abolish the 28% slab, which includes, slab is singular or plural? Then can you say includes or not? You can say, which includes cars and electronics, and move nearly all of the items under the 12% category to the lower 5% slab, benefiting many more consumer items and packaged foods. This is purely based on your contextual awareness, not based on grammar. Do remember, your approach should be, what is this about? Whether it is scrambled sentence or parajumble, ask the question, read all the parts, ask the question, what is this about? It is about something. Then with that assumption, you choose the first one. First one, usually writers, I told you what is the basic pattern in English? SVO pattern. And the subject can be a word, a phrase, or a clause. And after the subject, you may see a phrase or a clause. This is one pattern I have already explained. Another pattern, they start with a phrase, then they introduce the subject. In this model, what is the first one, subject or phrase? Phrase. You should be aware of that also. How will you get that awareness? With the help of grammar or with the help of reading every day the newspaper? That is ultimate. Do remember, reading habit is going to take you to a different level altogether. Not only from the exam point of view, from the selection point of view, from the personality factor point of view. When you read a lot, read every day, you become an intellectual. You gain a lot of knowledge that will transform your personality or not. You speak from a different level altogether. I will give an example. Tell me which is the number one university in this world right now. Which one? The Harvard University, which is considered the number one. The Harvard University. And once I spoke to a student of the Harvard University, Babu Chudam valge problem unnattundi. And that student happens to be an IAS officer. Senior IAS officer, Meghalaya, that state, northeastern state, chief secretary. And I asked him, what is the difference between so-called university, a good university, and the number one university? He said only one thing, level of thinking. What is it? Level of thinking. So when you study in the Harvard University, you come out, it seems you wonder, how can people think from such a low level? That means your level has gone up or not? Obviously, the plane is important. From where you look at things, how you look at things, that decides your standards. And how can you reach those standards? Obviously, input. What should be the input for you people? The newspaper. When you read the newspaper, input is there. Then your perception changes, your outlook changes, your personality changes. Then you can handle the questions in a better way. But you always want to depend on grammar. Are you becoming better intellectually speaking? Zero. I can do that way also. What is the question? What is the answer? Many educators do that. Okay, these two, one pair. How many options with that pair? Only one pair. That's your answer. You are happy and the question is over. When you look back and ask, what is the net enrichment? What is the answer? Zero enrichment. But when you work on a paper, there should be enrichment, intellectually speaking. That you should keep in mind. Anything to learn from based on this? I'll try to do value addition. Underline the word strain. You want value addition, you don't want value addition. Strain you all know. But what is the combination? Tell me. Strained what? Relations. We use it with relations. Initially nice, harmonious relationship. Some dispute, relations get strained. You got it? Fine. I hope the mic is on. Underline the word praise. What are you supposed to recollect? I'm not here for questions, answers. I want you to think, stimulate your thinking. Be sharp. Is it positive or negative? What is the negative one? False praise. What is the word for false praise? That you have to recollect and consolidate. Write the word flattery. Flattery means what? False praise. Bolster, I have already given the meaning. We'll go to question number 2 for value addition. Slab has 2 meanings. In this context, slab means what? Limit. Slab means what? Limit. But generally slab goes with what? A tank, water tank, roof, slab. We talk about the slab, a different meaning altogether. It goes with construction. Any other word you have to learn here? Underline the word abolish. Abolish means what? Cancel? Okay. Remove also you can say, revoke you can say, cancel you can say. So many words are there. Otherwise nothing. Now we'll go to question number 3. Country historically known as the land of the 2 rivers. But which country are we talking about? There's a possibility this one. Can you start with have failed? Climate change is drying rivers, upstream neighbors. Can you start with are cutting? There's no subject. And here, shall we start with climate change? Because climate change is an important topic, there's a possibility to talk about climate change, impact of climate change. Climate change is drying rivers, upstream neighbors. Upstream neighbors means what? Imagine there's a country, geography or geology, someone above, upstream, someone down, downstream. Upstream neighbors have an advantage. What is the advantage they have? Imagine there's a mountain and the origin of the water starts here. Someone is here, someone is here. What is the advantage this person has? He can stop any moment. When he stops, what happens? These people suffer. You got the context? Which one talks about that? Upstream neighbors, can you say have failed to manage its most neighbors, singular or plural? Plural. It's is singular or plural? Singular. But can you say neighbor's country? No. So what is the next one? Logically thinking. Next second you have to think. Climate change is drying rivers. Upstream neighbors are cutting water flows. And the leaders of the country historically known as the land of the 2 rivers have failed, leaders plural, to manage its most vital resource. Everything falls in place. Contextually you should feel comfortable. But taking the shortcut, what is the first one here? How many options with R? What is the second one? How many options with RS? So what is your answer? Second option is the answer. Let us see if there's something to learn from this based on this question. Underline the word vital. I'm sure you all know. What is the meaning? Drying rivers. Why do rivers dry? No rainfall. What is the word for rainfall? No rainfall. Drought. What is the other expression for? New students, I'm doing this for your sake. Those who have been coming, they know these expressions. I'm doing keeping the majority in mind. I was told a lot of students are newcomers here. They have to learn all these. That's why I'm writing. Please write. But dry spell has 2 different meanings. One meaning, no rain for a long time, we say drought or dry spell. But another meaning, imagine there's a player or there's a team. Initially, the team won many titles, but off late, they stopped winning. Or a particular player not winning titles. Then what do we say? He is going through a dry spell. There is a dry spell. And one more expression also we use. Please write, what is it? Dry patch. Dry patch also you can say. No titles, nothing. I think that set is over. In my opinion, please respond. You know why I'm asking you to respond. All the three not at all difficult, in my opinion. Your opinion may be a different opinion. But how many of you got to confirm that? How many of you have got all the three correct? Raise your hands. That means, in a way, not easy, between easy and difficult. So what is the favorite word you guys use? Let us go to the next one. What are these about? Either misspelt or inappropriate. And these questions are a little tricky. First you have to read the sentence looking for misspelt words. All the words are properly spelt out. Then you have to check whether the words go with the context or not. Don't go to the next question. Shall I read the first question here? The sudden cancellation of bilateral discussions. Bi means how many? What is the other word for two? Write two words. First you write digamy, then you write bigamy. Gamy means what? Marriage. Bigamy, digamy both mean the same. Marrying twice. The sudden cancellation of bilateral discussions. Anything wrong with this word? Discussions reflected a deepening discord in diplomacy. Underline the word discord. Discord means, write the meaning, disturbance. When you see the word discord, what should come to your mind? One idiom. Which idiom is that? Very good. Please write, apple of discord. Means cause of dispute. At the same time, as a smart learner, you have to recollect another idiom with the same meaning. Have you copied these? Write the idiom, bone of contention. Bone of contention. Harmonious relationship, positive. In the relationship there is a discord, means there is a dispute, it is not harmonious. Nothing wrong with that also. While in diplomacy, while the heavy tariffs imposed by the United States created visible repercussions. What is the spelling of repercussions? REPERCUSI or SSI? So that means the word is right or wrong. Repercussions, there is a spelling error. For exporters and ignited, underline the word ignited. Fresh resentment, underline the word resentment. Across India's economic sectors. You all know ignite. Ignite means what? Light something. And it also, usually it goes with light, fire, ignite. But imagine you try to provoke someone and that person becomes angry. Then also you can use the word ignited. He was ignited means what? He was, write a few words. Provoke, incite. What is the other word? Instigate. Very good. Ignite someone, provoke someone, incite someone, instigate someone. They all mean the same. But there is another insight. What is that one? Write that also. This insight is positive or negative? What does it mean? Deep understanding. INSIGHT means what? Deep understanding. All the words are important. They have given many a time. I hope you guys have copied. Okay. There is another word. They have given this also many a time. It takes the verb feel. Feel resentment. What is the meaning of resentment? Being angry because of unfair treatment. Being angry because of unfair treatment. Someone treats you unfairly, you become angry or happy. And you hold it inside, you have that anger inside. Then we use the word resentment. I hope you got it. An important word. Next one, India's bold ambition. You're all ambitious youth or not? You know the meaning. India's bold ambition to secure the 2030 Commonwealth Games demonstrates. Anything wrong with the word demonstrates? Nothing wrong. Its diplomatic outreach means reaching many people, infrastructural readiness and growing prestige. Anything wrong with prestige? Nothing wrong. Tick that one. All of which are crucial for strengthening. Anything wrong with strength? Strengthening. Nothing wrong. Its position as a global sports destination. Anything wrong with destination? And now you check the context, whether proper words have been used or not. India's bold ambition to secure the 2030 Commonwealth Games demonstrates something. Demonstrates what? Its diplomatic outreach, infrastructural readiness, and growing prestige. Nothing wrong. All of which are crucial for strengthening its position as a global sports destination. Contextually also perfect. So what is the answer here? The persistent instability. Underline the word persistent. Persist means what? Write one word, exist. Persistence means exist for a long time. His persistence disturbed me. Means he insisted on something. You could also write the word insist. Not exactly the same meaning. Persist, exist for a long time. The persistent means a temporary or it is there for some time. It is there for some time. Very good. The persistent instability. Stable, stability. Stability opposite. Anything wrong with that? In Manipur has generated a political vacuum. Vacuum, put a star mark. Spelling is correct, but you got to be careful with the spelling. What is the spelling of vacuum? V-A-C, single U or double U? U-U-M. That fosters administrative upheaval. Here you have to stop. What is the spelling of, upheaval. What is the correct spelling? Upheaval, U-P-H-E-A-V-A-L. But what is the spelling they have given? That means that is not the correct word. Forget about the options and all. Focus on enrichment. Upheaval and widespread discontent. Underline that word. Discontent means what? Unhappiness, being unhappy. Happy, contented person. Not happy, discontent. Nothing wrong with that. Forcing the central government to extend president's rule for another 6 months. You got the answer. Which one is that? Upheaval. Over or one more is there? Over. Meaning. Are you asking the meaning of upheaval? I think I've given recently. Please write. Upheaval means making an impact. One meaning, making an impact on a large scale. Making an impact on a large scale. Upheaval goes with nature, natural disasters. They make an impact, then we use upheaval, turning upside down things. It also goes with, please write, revolution. People revolting on a large scale. There also we use the word upheaval. Have you guys got it? Good, I appreciate that, student. What is the question number now? What are these about? Word swap. To answer word swap questions, previous set of questions, spelling or inappropriate. You got to be good at spellings, you got to be good at contextual awareness. Two things required. Word swap, what is required? One thing, you have to know the meanings of the words. Second, you have to be good at contextual awareness, whether they have been placed properly or not, based on the context. Both are required. I'll read the first one. Iraq is facing its lowest water impacts. Have you ever heard the combination water impacts? What are the words that should come to your mind when you see water? Water scarcity, water abundance, ample water, lack of water. Some of the words have to pop up. That means you have to feel uncomfortable with the word impacts. Now let us check other words. Can you say water approximately? No. What is the next one? Water reserves. Hold that one. What is the last one? Can you say water damaging? So what is the word you can consider? Iraq is facing its lowest water reserves. That seems perfect. That means you have to look for an option which has C. Which option is that? A and C. Now check that one. The impacts are visible across the country. Generally, we don't use the word impact in the plural form. We use in the singular form. Maybe the writer wants to convey different types of impacts, so use the plural form. Have you got the answer? Previous one, how many questions? 3 questions. Who got all the 3 correct? 2 correct? Okay. This one, remember, we'll go to the next one. What is the question number? 8th one, based on word swap. Just over 6 months into the second Trump administration, the White House has declared it is proven. Has declared, grammatically anything wrong? Can you say it is proven on its promise? It seems a little disturbing. Here, what is a clue for you? All of you underline the word promise. When you make a promise, what is expected from you? What do people expect from you? Live up to the promise, deliver the promise, implement the promise, execute the promise. These are the words you have to know. Now, where do you see the word deliver? That means, now you try to read with that. Nothing wrong with has declared. It is delivering on its promise to make America wealthy again. The economy has indeed what? Proven resilient. Seems perfect. So which two you have to change? B and C. Which option is that? Let us look for value addition. Resilient you have got many a time. Tell me, you guys are resilient, not resilient. Means what? You face a lot of problems, you emerge victorious. You don't give up. Then you are resilient. You have resilient nature. And whip lash. Maybe a new word. How many of you know the word whip? Raise your hands. Okay. First you write the word whip. Whip means I'm not an artist, I hope it looks like a whip. If you go to, in Telugu, what do you say? You hold something and the other end there is a rope. And you do like this and you try to beat someone, hit someone. Have you got it? I hope it looks like that. It may not be so lengthy, but still. Whiplash means, lashing means beating, one of the meanings. That is the policy, name of a policy. But you have to know the meaning of the word whip. But underneath, what is the meaning of underneath? Below. You got the meaning. What is the next word here? Exuberant. Exuberant means enthusiastic. Write 2 words. One, you write the word enthusiastic. Write a few words. Excited, lively. All these words you can think of. Exuberant, lively markets. Splashy deals. Splash means what? Splash goes with what? Water. When you jump into the pool, what will happen? If you know swimming, you will come out. You don't know swimming, we have to search for you. But one thing will definitely happen. What will happen? Water will come out or not? Then what do we say? Water splashed. Rainy season, what happens? You are walking in the street and initially no rains, then you have holes in the road. What are they called? Please write these words. Potholes. And during rainy season, these holes become bigger and you see water all over. Then what is it called? Write the word puddle. Same pothole changes into puddle. Puddle, puddle. When there's a puddle, a bike goes, then what happens? Water splashes on you and you curse that fellow. As simple as that. Any other word you have to learn? Warning signs are emerging. Simple. Same or different model. The US is apolitical. Political, what is opposite? Apolitical. Central bank and dissonant data. Data dissonant you cannot decide, but let us look at the other options. Foundational data. What is the next one here? Where is C? Success data. Can you say success data? What is the last one? Impartial data infrastructure seems okay. That means AD you have to change. Let us check how it goes. Here we got impartial data and the last sentence. They matter even more during challenging periods with dissonant signals. Means unfavorable signals. That seems right. So what is the answer here? Which option is that? Have you chosen that? How many of you have got all the three correct? This set. 2. Let us go to the next one. Columns. Oh, after a long time you got columns. Our students are very good at columns. Why? I myself don't know. But usually our students do well. We have a problem with the key, I suppose. We'll check. Shall I read the first one? What is required for columns? You got to be good at grammar. You got to understand context, the context. But continuity is important. When you join, there should be continuity, grammatically, contextually. As simple as that. The partial solar eclipse in March created global curiosity and inspired. Can you say inspired excellence? Quick deployment. Inspired what? Analysis while offering astronomical. Solar eclipse goes with astronomy. That means related, not related. Attention and insight. See, we got the word insight. Insight means what? Deep understanding. That means you can be damn sure about what? AF and for now AF. How many options with AF? Your bad luck, you have to check. 2 more. The Kabaddi World Cup in the UK highlighted cultural heritage and promoted, can you say, excellence while encouraging solidarity and prestige? Possible? What is the next one you are left with? Cultural heritage and promoted quick deployment, you cannot say. So that means which one can you consider? BD. How many options with AF and BD? So what is your answer? But check third one also. I'll read the second one because you haven't responded. The Kabaddi World Cup in the UK highlighted what? Cultural heritage and promoted what? Excellence while encouraging solidarity and prestige. Unity and prestige. Perfect. Third one, India's Operation Brahma after the Myanmar earthquake showed what? Quick deployment and strong coordination while providing relief and dedication. Earthquake, we talk about relief and dedication or not? Relief is required. So what is the answer? Have you chosen the fifth option? Farmers protested in Delhi because they wanted the government. Can you say they wanted the delayed? They wanted the might. They wanted the government to raise the minimum support price. Easy to make out. You can be damn sure about AF. How many options with AF? Let us check the fourth one. What is the fourth one? CD. A solar storm hit parts of the world, so some flights were delayed and GPS signals were disturbed. You should be damn sure because it goes with youngsters like you, technology based. That means C, which one? AF, CD, damn sure. How many options with AF and CD? Then you don't have to go to the fifth one. Save your time. Have you got this also correct? Very good. Next one. Students in France marched on the streets since they opposed the rise in university fee. This is a bit challenging because many of you must have thought when you read something like this, A, first part, continuity, D, second part, you will be a little disturbed. What is the reason? Usually in this context, we use the word because. What is the standard word fixed here? I'll read the same thing. Students in France marched on the streets because they opposed the rise in university fee. Then you would have felt comfortable. But anything wrong with since? What is that you are supposed to recollect? Please write four conjunctions. Because and since one pair. For and as one pair. All are used to express a reason. Here the sentence talks about reason. But what is the subtle difference? Because and since used for strong reason. Please write. Very good. For as used for what? Weak reason. This is important because once in SBI they gave a question. He could not attend the meeting as his mother was serious. Many students thought nothing wrong grammatically, contextually, but mother serious, casual reason or very strong reason or weak reason? Very strong reason, then can you use as? No, you should use either because or since. Now going back to the question, you can be sure about which one? A and how many options with A, D? Which one is that? Now you have to check B, F. There are indications that the moving towards endemicity. This makes no sense at all grammatically, contextually. Have you felt comfortable after reading this pair or you were disturbed? Something is wrong with this. Please strike off. Something is missing or typo, but nothing is perfect over there. And how many options with A, D? Besides that option? Only one option, that should be your answer. But a word of caution, here B, F, they don't make any sense. The reason could be while typing something went wrong, some word is missing. Is any clarity in those two? Let us go to the next one. Over. How many? 3. Who got all the 3 correct? Okay, 2. What are these about? I know what they are about. Don't think I'm blind. In front of me. What is it? What is the problem? What is the problem there? Font size? Familiar, unfamiliar? Black sheep means what? Bad person in a group. It seems that one of the students says answer for this question number 12, CE. Let us check that also. We need to be looking at clusters or places. C is what? For reducing transmission. That is also correct. No doubt about that. But do you have any doubt regarding AD? That student, raise your hand. AD, who is that student? Please stand up. Please stand up. AD is right or wrong? Please say yes or no. That's enough. That is right. And one more thing. CE is right or wrong? That is also right. But how many options do you have here? Do you have AD and CE? You have or you don't have? You don't have. Had they given one more option, what is that option? None of these, then that would have been correct. But all of you remember, I would like to thank you. Here we have 2 correct options. What are the 2 correct options? Tell me. One is AD and what is the other one? That's what matters. They made a mistake while giving the options. They should have given second option or third option, AD and CE. That would have been the answer. Very good. Happy? Thank you. No, I appreciate students. They bring, the other day I overlooked something. He told me, I was happy. That's what we expect from you. Because two things work on my mind. Any educator who comes here, any faculty, one thing explaining. Second, the time factor. Because I cannot keep on teaching. Another faculty is waiting. And I can't take his time. If I need 60 minutes plus, he also needs, then the whole thing gets affected. I can't do that. So back of the mind, we think of the time factor. Before coming also, I told, please remind me at 2:55. Remind me. Because it goes 5 minutes also, the other faculty may not be happy. It's not my time, it is his time. What are these about idioms? I think this idiom we have got many a time. I've told you guys, black sheep means what? A bad person in a group. So what is the answer based on that? Which one? Outcast. Not exactly right the meaning. Black sheep means what? Bad person in a group. Outcast means I'm going to talk about that. Outcast means what? Here I said a few questions, we have a problem with the key. Write the meaning of outcast. Someone who has been prohibited from, I am using the word prohibited to make you understand, from the society. But better word would be exiled. You all know the word exile, sending out. It has 2-3 meanings. Imagine there is someone who has committed crime. And here you can also think of the word punished. Punished and prohibited from doing something or being part of a society. Then you put a label, you call that person what? He's an outcast. Have you got the meaning? That is not the meaning actually. What is the meaning of black sheep? Bad person. And key says the second option, I believe. Answer should be the fifth option. What is the fifth option here? That's what you wanted to bring to my notice. Or something else. What is the fourth option? Am I talking about sentence number 13? Fourth option is what? You have chosen that one. How? No way. What is the meaning of black sheep? Bad person. Ridicule means what? Please write. Mock. Not this mock, a different mock. And also write. Look down upon. When you say ridiculous, it means absurd. Different meanings. The new student has been ridiculed by seniors. Means what? They tried to laugh at him. Here mock means what? Please write. Laugh in an insulting way. Don't mock newcomers. Don't ridicule newcomers or their behavior. But ridiculous explanation means what? Absurd. Means not acceptable, not convincing, not reasonable. Have you got the other meaning? How can you use that one here? That is completely out of the framework. I thought you must have intelligent one, not good human being, no. Then you are left with what? Straight away you can eliminate 1, 3, 4. What are you left with? 2 and 5. What does the key say? Second option, but that is not the right option. What is the correct meaning of that idiom? Bad person. So, if this is not the one, what is the answer you are left with? Do remember. They must have taken, see what happens here. Let me explain further. Tomorrow you should not get confused. He is a black sheep in our group. They must have taken from somewhere. Maybe that person is a black sheep in the group. That means he is a bad person. Maybe because as a bad person he must have done something wrong. Maybe because of that he has been sent out from the community. Then he became an outcast. Keeping that in mind, they have given second option, outcast. Do you understand? But can you think of all these things and decide the second option? No way. If you do that, you have magical powers. Very simple. Shall we go to the next one? He was on cloud 9 when he got selected. I appreciate your response. Tomorrow you get the job. Where will you be? We have to look up. You will be on cloud 9. Means what? Happy or very happy? So what is the answer? Fourth option. An easy one. Shyamala has been in my good books. I told you the other day, some idioms you can guess. Words and meaning match. Some idioms you cannot guess. Cloud 9, very happy. Can you guess? Because you know you answered. Imagine you don't know. She is on cloud 9. How come? Is she an astronaut? Cosmonaut? You wonder, how can she go to, where is cloud 9 first thing? We know TV 9. Do we know cloud 9? We don't. But in my good books, positive or negative? Ever since she stayed late to help me finish. So he got some help. Obviously, we'll think good or bad of that person. Good, positive context. Can you see a negative? Can you use a negative word like discard? Cancelling, pending, approving by one. In someone's good books means you think positive about that particular person. Not the exact meaning, but you can consider. How many questions based on idioms? This is the last one, I suppose. We have done only 50% questions. She always turned her term papers in at the 11th hour. What do you understand? Before time or last minute? Which option says that? This is also an easy one. And who has got all the 4 correct? And 3 easy should not be a problem. Up to the expected level. Now let us go to, what are these about? Your favorite exam topic. We are obsessed with grammar. For us, English means grammar, grammar means English. Easy or difficult? How many, for God's sake, I don't want to listen to the word moderate. Either say easy or difficult, one of the two. Anyhow, I think 3 are easy, 2 are difficult. You agree, you don't agree? We'll see the first one. As policy makers and market participants weigh vexing decisions. Underline vexing, not vexing, vexing. Vex means what? I got vexed with the, don't ask me to complete. Means what? Positive or negative? I got vexed with the problems. Means I got frustrated. I got fed up. Write 2 words. Frustrated. The other one, fed up. I got fed up with, I got vexed with. Irritated also you can write. Decisions ahead. The president has been accused of eroding. These are all easy in a way, difficult from one particular angle. When you keep reading, you haven't got a clue so far. But when you go to the president has been accused of, which tense is that? Present perfect passive voice. Accused of what? Eroding. Then again you ask eroding what? Then after that you need a noun or an adjective. Here you have to use your grammar knowledge because the question is based on word form. Right word, wrong form. Confident, adjective. What is the noun form of that? So what is the correct word to be used here? Answer is, which part is that? An easy one. But if you don't read meticulously, it is not an easy one. How many of you have got this one right? Okay, I will talk about this after the session, after the live session. Next one. Despite the president's claims of rigged data, there is, this is, will you say there a possessive pronoun or there adverb? Here, there is no evidence. So what is the correct spelling over there? T-H-E-R-E. I think this is an easy one, should not be a problem. You don't have to go beyond also. American input is more central to the second outcome, which is agreement on an approach to. This is a question of the day. Please underline approach to. And after that, what do you see? Resolve. And we have certain verbs. They take the preposition to. And after that, we have to use a verb ing form as a noun. What is the technical term for that? Gerund. Gerund means what? Verb ing form used as a noun. For example, addicted to smoking, used to drinking. These are correct. What is the reason? You may think addicted to smoking. To smoking you try to join and you think wrong. But to goes with smoking or addicted. Addicted to what? Smoking. Nothing wrong. Used to what? Drinking. Nothing wrong. And approach to what? We need a noun. Approach to. Because to does not go with resolve. To goes with approach. So approach to what? Write the word resolving. This if you get right, you should be happy. Not an easy one. Resolving. Not an easy one. For 2020, is it present or past? Then can you use present perfect? Which tense are you supposed to use? So strike off have. And one more error, can you say for 2020 or will you say in 2020? There are two errors, but first part has an error. Have you guys got it? Next one, is this the last one? Okay. Under a long-term leasing arrangement to US private enterprises, the TRIP purports to both preserve American sovereignty and provide for unimpeded connectivity between mainland and Azerbaijan and some other place. The key says which option? Please respond. How many of you have chosen no error? Raise your hands. How many of you have thought there is an error in the third part? Raise your hands. Wonderful. Underline to both. First you underline to both. Then you underline the word preserve. Preserve, listen to the analysis carefully. Preserve is a verb. After preserve, what do you see? Armenian sovereignty. Adjective, noun. Parallel expression, then and is there. What is the verb here? Preserve, provide. And provide, you cannot use a preposition based on parallel expression. Here what have you got after preserve? Armenian sovereignty, adjective, noun. And provide what? Unimpeded connectivity. That means adjective, noun. Can you use a preposition for? That is the error. If you have got this right, you are outstanding. So which part has an error? I hope you guys got it. How many of you have read this passage? Raise your hands. Why only a few? Wonderful passage. It reflects the present scenario. Today, what is the present scenario? People are focusing more on subject knowledge. But what is required? Soft skills, job skills, communication skills, they are required. Emotional intelligence, empathy, these are required. And this passage talks about a particular girl. What's her name? And parents wanted her to excel in studies, and she did well in studies, but she was lagging behind when it comes to other dimensions like EQ, empathy, soft skills. Then the teachers realizing that they have inculcated or they have changed the schedule, morning session, subject, afternoon session, all these aspects, and she could get that holistic input, holistic approach. She became a complete person. And so many words to learn from this passage. Unfortunately, we have, what time is it? We have only 6 minutes. Have you read the entire passage? Have you come across useful words? Why now? No response. There are so many important words are there, but I don't think I will be able to. First, we'll see the answers. How many questions based on the passage? First one, what does Anaya's gradual acceptance of the new curriculum primarily suggest about the nature of personal growth? What is the answer here? Demand surrendering intellectual pursuits. Flourishes when individuals integrate unfamiliar practices into their identity? No. It requires complete detachment from competitive environments? No. It is achieved only when external recognition validates one's abilities. I think somewhere something is wrong. It demands surrendering intellectual pursuits for emotional refinement. Perhaps in a way this is correct. What is the second option here? Or let us see, it flourishes when individuals integrate unfamiliar practices into their identity. I think answer should be the second one. So have you chosen the second one? What is integrate unfamiliar practices? Unfamiliar practices here related to empathy, soft skills, all those into their identity. Identity is based on intellectual caliber, means subject knowledge. They have to integrate both. Not an easy one. Next one. Why does the passage portray teachers as mentors rather than mere transmitters of information? Because mentorship ensures students imitate academic precision? No. Because only mentors can ensure consistent high exam scores? No. Because formal teaching methods are obsolete in modern society? Seems right, hold that one. Because modeling integrity and compassion shapes holistic character. What is the passage about? Holistic, that is the key word. So what is the answer here? Which broader societal concern does the narrative implicitly connect to the philosophy of holistic education? The fragmentation caused by excessive competition and discord? The decline of technological innovation, can you say? No. The reduced significance of cultural traditions? The inevitability of authoritarian leadership in education? No. The overemphasis on physical health in schools. What is the first option here? The fragmentation caused by what? Excessive competition and discord. So what is the answer here? First option. What underlying assumption about conventional benchmarks of success does the passage challenge? Conventionally, we think someone is good at a subject, 90%, 98%, very good. We never focus on the other side of the personality. What is the first option here? That they prioritize collaboration over competition, that they ignore the development of emotional and ethical faculties, that they ensure learners become empathetic leaders, that they discourage mastery of technical knowledge, that they naturally integrate spirituality into academic training? No. What is the question? What underlying assumption about conventional benchmarks of success does the passage challenge? What is the conventional benchmark of success? Having subject knowledge. First option talks about what? Collaboration over competition. That they prioritize collaboration over competition. But collaboration, teamwork, not correct. That they ignore the development of emotional and ethical faculties. Obviously, traditional approach, do they focus on ethical faculties and emotional faculties? They don't. But let us see, that is one side of the coin. That they ensure learners become empathetic leaders? No. Discourage mastery of technical knowledge? No. Naturally integrate spirituality into academic training? No. So what is the answer here? Second option is the answer. Which of the following is true according to the passage? Anaya's parents opposed her participation in academic subjects? No. Principal introduced Anaya to holistic education after noticing her struggles beyond academics. This is what the passage talks about. So what is the answer here? Choose the word closest in meaning to equanimous. Equanimous. Equanimous means what? You think it is positive or negative? Negative? Positive. How many words, negative words? Volatile, not stable, turbulent, disturbed, restless, disturbed, distraught, disappointed. Distraught means when the results are announced, someone doesn't see the number, will be disappointed. Then we use the word distraught. Means losing hope, disappointed. So what is the only positive word here? Have you chosen that? Here, discernment. Please write the meaning. Discernment means, Babu, 5 minutes some. Judgment. Discernment means what? To be able to judge. Also write the word judging, judge. Here, judge means to decide what is right, what is wrong. Not a High Court judge or Supreme Court judge. Have you got the meaning? What is the answer? Acumen, indifference. Acumen positive or negative? Positive. Business acumen means business shrewdness. Indifference negative. Naive, you have got many a time. Naive means what? No experience, negative word. Impulsive, negative, without reasoning. Headlessness, completely negative. So what is the answer here? Acumen. Acumen means to be able to judge what is right, what is wrong. Being shrewd. Phone cheyamma, phone chay. Blank, what is the word you can use? But it equips learners with the fortitude, means the strength to face uncertainty, and we need a positive word or a negative word. Because elevate humanity, to elevate humanity we need a positive word. Malevolence negative, indifference negative, inexorability negative, none. What is the answer? Compassion. What is the last one? She learned mindfulness, which teached. Silly question. See, this is what happens. Where is that boy? Do you see the boy over there? Ask him to come.